So my friend's mom found a fan on the side of the road, and it was literally ran over. It was kind of busted up. It didn't run because the blades were blocked on it, but she thought it'd be a fun project for me. And here you can see how it got completely run over, and it's pretty thick gauge steel, so I couldn't just bend it back. But the majority of the fan actually looked like it was intact, and it looked like it'd be a cool thing to kind of repair. The first thing I did was I cut that entire section out that was bent because there was really no saving it. I just used my angle grinder and cut that out. I left the portion of the frame in so I would have something to work with, the round part. After getting it cut out, it really freed up the fan, so I could actually rotate it. But that part was the worst part of it and definitely not usable. I then started to bend the blades back because they were a little bent but not too bad. I then checked the tracking to make sure that they were all in line when they spun. I got a piece of 1/2-inch rebar, and I used a conduit bender to actually make the part of the frame that I cut out. And I ended up trying to just slowly kind of make a semicircle to match up with the other side. It took a couple tries at getting it how I wanted, but eventually it lined up pretty well. I welded the rebar to the actual frame. It was a little tough because it's kind of just sheet metal that was on the frame, so I blew through it a couple times, but it worked out okay. I then had some old wheels from a lawnmower, and the wheels were completely busted off this, so I measured it out and took the bolt out so I could run a rod all the way through. I then went on my favorite program for 3D printing, Tinkercad, which is a pretty basic CAD software, and I designed my own part for the axle so it would fit on that lawnmower wheel. So designed it up, and I put it on my 3D printer, let it print overnight, and I was ready to test fit them. I had to peel off the excess shell for the supports, but once I did, they measured pretty close, and I was able to get them to fit very well. And then the plastic 3D print actually fit inside there, so the rod went all the way through. After I got the wheel section fixed, I could actually move the thing around, which made it a lot easier to work on. I then just welded up a handle to help move it around. I also found a mirrored plexiglass on Facebook Marketplace for free that a guy was giving away, so I thought I'd use that as kind of the shield. So I just cut it down with a saw and drilled holes through it and zip tied it to kind of keep the shape on there. And once I peeled the plastic off, it actually looked kind of cool with the mirrored finish. I then had the grate that was a little messed up, so I just used my hammer and body weight, and I cut a few of the pieces that were completely bent out as well. But, you know, nothing a 3-pound sledge won't fix. I then secured the cover to the fan. and I had a working fan, which was kind of cool. Luckily the motor works great, but I wanted to add a little bit more to it. So I bought this mister on Amazon, and I secured it to the actual fan. After plugging it in and setting it up, it's actually really nice on hot days. I can use it as a fan or a mister. So it goes about 20 feet and really cools down the area. Yeah, was able to fix this fan that was someone else's trash, and it took probably about 5 hours to do. And thanks again.